Have you ever seen a truck shoot a fiery plume several meters long? Or an old diesel engine roar so loud it shakes the ground? In this video, you'll see the most powerful, outrageous and eye-catching trucks in the world. From wheeled monsters to custom-built masterpieces, get ready for the show. Fire up the engine and let's go. Ordinary trucks look like toys next to this beast, named Thor 24. Under the hood, it's packing not one but two Detroit diesel engines, combined into a monstrous 24-cylinder powerhouse. The twin-engine setup puts out 3,424 horsepower through 12 superchargers. One of the highlights is the 2.6-meter, 120-kilogram custom drive shaft, an actual piece of engineering art. Every part shines bright like a diamond, from the transmission to the mirror-polished exhaust pipes. With a length of 13.4 meters and a weight of 13.6 tons, Thor 24 needed some special features: air suspension and 4 braking parachutes, since standard brakes wouldn't cut it. The creator is already working on its successor, a more powerful version called Medusa. We can't wait to see it. At the runway, something impossible growls and spits fire. This is Shockwave, a Peterbilt 359 with 3 jet engines. It's not a plane nor a race car, but a semi-truck that can reach 605 kilometers per hour. Shockwave outpaces some LSAs. It's a one-of-a-kind machine powered by 36,000 horsepower from 3 Westinghouse jet engines. Its competition isn't other trucks, but aerodynamics itself. Shockwave's speed record still stands, 402 meters in 6.63 seconds. A tragic accident in 2022 claimed the life of driver Chris Darnell, but the legend lives on. Its successor, the Super Shockwave, based on a 1957 Chevy, keeps the show going and reminds us that the limits we believe in exist only in our minds. When a truck goes over 200 kilometers per hour, it's no longer just a vehicle. It becomes an engineering performance. Australian speed enthusiast Rob Waters built the Prospector himself to break records on the salt flats of Lake Gardner. The truck runs on a modified 1,500 horsepower 13-litre Caterpillar engine, taken from a dump truck and mounted behind the cab for perfect weight distribution. A Borg-Warner turbocharger cranks up the boost until those chrome exhaust stacks starts to sing, and the fuel tank? It's a polished beer keg. A perfect example of Aussie humour and creativity. The Prospector set the national speed record for modified diesel engines in Australia, 228 kilometers per hour. Not bad for a truck built in just 5 months. This bizarre vehicle looks more like a giant caterpillar stomping on sedans than a truck. Meet the Boss Road, created by a team of French engineers for the Cascadeurs Motor Show. Never heard of it? It's a roaring stunt event where old cars are flattened into scrap metal under the cheers of the crowd. Building the Boss Road took over 3,300 hours. Its dimensions are just as impressive: 13 meters long, 3.5 meters tall, and 3.4 meters wide. Each of its 10 wheels wears a 1.6 meter tall tire. Under the hood, there are 2 diesel engines with a combined 800 horsepower. It's useless on the street, but in the arena, it's the undisputed king of destruction. This truck absolutely lives up to its name: Foolish Pleasure. At first glance, it's a pristine white Kenworth W900, but under the surface, it's a black smoke-belching, adrenaline-pumping beast with a Caterpillar 3406E engine. In normal mode, it puts out a modest 700 horsepower, but flip it into race mode, and the dyno practically loses its mind trying to keep up with the unmeasurable surge of power. The result is smoking tires, exhaust stacks spitting fire and smoke, and crowds losing their minds. The owner mainly uses it for uphill drag races, both with and without a trailer. The truck competes across the US, and rumor has it that after every run, local environmentalists quietly cry in the corner. Here's a truck that hasn't hauled cargo in ages. In fact, it hauls nothing but pure adrenaline and shock. Meet Hellfire, a transformed 1995 Freightliner now living its best life in show business. Mounted on the chassis is a General Electric J79 jet engine from an F4 Phantom fighter jet, putting out 18,000 horsepower. This beast shoots a 23-meter flame from its exhaust and hits 300 km per hour so fast you'll miss it if you blink. Hellfire now tours North America, putting on jaw-dropping shows. Watching it burn fuel like there's no tomorrow, it feels like it burns a whole barrel of jet fuel just to cross the finish line. When an oil tycoon decides to build an off-roader, it's never just a vehicle, it's something outrageous with 10 wheels. The world's biggest car collector, Sheikh Hamad bin Hamdan, better known as the Rainbow Sheikh, started with a military-grade Oshkosh truck, attached a Jeep Wrangler cabin, and ended up with the most absurd and eye-catching off-roader on the planet, the Dabian. Under the hood of this 24-ton beast is a 15.2-litre Caterpillar diesel engine with 600 horsepower, usually found in bulldozers. The Dabian doesn't just drive, it floats across the desert, guzzling fuel and turning heads wherever it goes. Critics point out the poor visibility and lack of practicality, but let's be honest, those things won't bother someone who's used to turning every wild car dream into a real-life machine. Meet Big Pete, the heaviest monster truck on Earth. Weighing in at 7.5 tons, it's nearly twice as heavy as its competitors. Its size rivals a small house, 5.5 meters long and 4 meters wide. Built on a Peterbilt 359, Big Pete became the world's first semi-truck monster with a detachable trailer. Under its aluminium hood is a 7.4-litre Chevrolet V8, but its real party trick is a military-grade transmission capable of powering 4 drive axles. It's also one of the few monster trucks with leaf spring suspension. Due to its immense weight, those springs need to be replaced twice a year. When Big Pete hits the arena and starts jumping and crushing cars, the ground literally shakes. Fans joke that it's not a truck, but a mobile seismic anomaly. Remember the movie Maximum Overdrive? Then you'll instantly recognize the legendary Happy Toys truck with the Green Goblin on the grille. A full replica of that rig showed up at the Carlisle Truck Nationals and instantly became the star of the show. During the light display, the entire truck came to life. LEDs flashed to the beat of the music, and the goblin on the hood looked like it was about to leap out and cause total chaos. But it wasn't just the visuals drawing the crowd. Its old-school two-stroke Detroit diesel engine growled so loud it made even seasoned mechanics' hair stand on end. This truck is a living legend of movie history, recreated down to the smallest detail. And if you ever hear the roar of a green goblin out on the highway, trust me, you won't forget it. Walt Moss is an engineer who sees vehicles differently. His workshop is full of fascinating custom builds, from a 1959 school bus to the most unexpected hybrid creations. But his pride and joy is a modified four-wheel semi-truck with some wild performance stats. This odd vehicle has a 1,000 horsepower engine that can push its multi-ton frame up to 210 km per hour, and it still works like a regular truck. It just looks and drives like no other. Walt doesn't just modify machines, he builds works of mechanical art. His next project is still under wraps, but one thing's certain, it's going to challenge everything you thought was possible in truck design.
Over the spectator lane, the dragster-style diesel truck.
This Swedish truck, the Volvo Iron Knight, leaves many sports cars in the dust. It holds the official FIA world speed record for trucks. It covered 1,000 meters in just 21.29 seconds, and 500 meters in only 13.71 seconds. Its top officially recorded speed is 276 km per hour. The size is just as impressive. Despite being the length of a standard tractor unit, it weighs only 4.5 tons thanks to its lightweight plastic body. The exhaust system alone is something to marvel at. It sounds like a rocket launch. And with all the air ducts and other aerodynamic tweaks, it looks like something straight out of the future. Who knows? Maybe it'll break its own speed record one day. This truck doesn't just drive, it parades down the road like a post-apocalyptic king. This custom-built masterpiece is called Wicked Intent. Just look at the dark paint, spikes, chains, gothic accents, tinted windows, massive mud flaps. Every detail screams menace. It looks like it was made for the next Mad Max movie. But behind the fearsome appearance is a finely tuned engine that growls with anticipation. When Wicked Intent hits the streets of Philadelphia, traffic stops. This isn't just a truck, but a rolling stage where the lead role is played by power, style, and the wild imagination of its creator. The salt flats of Bonneville have seen plenty of speed, but even here, a 10-ton freightliner can inspire awe. It's a fusion of aviation tech and locomotive power. At its heart is a 16-cylinder MTU engine usually found in trains. That's no exaggeration. This truck runs on a turbocharged locomotive engine producing 5,700 horsepower. Just one glance at the steam train-like exhaust tells you that. Still want more jaw-dropping details? The front tyres come from a Boeing 737, and the rears were borrowed from an F-15 fighter jet. All of that makes this Freightliner the fastest heavyweight on Earth. It hits 368 kilometers per hour. That's a standing world record for modified diesel trucks. When it roars off the line, even the laws of physics seem to pause for a moment. This isn't just a truck, but a drifting beast. It began its life as the Bandag Bullet, and now returns in a new form as the Western Star 4800 with the soul of a dragon. Under the hood, it has a 16-cylinder Detroit 16 V92 pushing 2,800 horsepower, supercharged with nitrous oxide. That's more than enough to turn any set of tires into smoke in seconds. But the real show starts when the Bullet goes into a controlled drift. Tires spew blinding white clouds, and the crowd roars. After each performance, crews literally have to scrape melted rubber off the asphalt. This thing doesn't just drift, it obliterates the line between a truck and a tornado. Have you ever seen a truck that looks like it came straight off the cover of a fashion magazine? Meet the Scania R999 Red Pearl, the brainchild of Swedish designer Sven-Erik Svemper Bergendahl. It started out as an old Scania T500, but after 5,000 hours of work, it became a full-blown style icon. It's now a convertible show truck that practically begs to cruise in the summer sun. The body features a triple-layer paint job, silver base, red midcoat, and a clear gloss on top. Under the hood is a 16-litre V8 with about 1,000 horsepower and twin turbos. This heavyweight convertible can go from 0 to 100 km per hour in just 5 seconds, basically sports car territory. As a truck, it's completely impractical, but come on, it's drop-dead gorgeous. When the Berlier T100 was unveiled at the Paris Motor Show in 1957, organisers had to build a special pavilion because this 103-ton giant simply wouldn't fit inside the main exhibition hall. This French beast on wheels was built for the most extreme tasks, transporting equipment through the Sahara and working on uranium mining sites. Under the hood was a 29.6-litre Cummins V12 engine, producing up to 700 horsepower. Steering this colossus was so demanding it required its own separate Panhard motor just to operate the steering system. In 1962, one T100 was fitted with a gas turbine as an experiment, but that idea was quickly dropped due to outrageous fuel consumption. Only 4 of these trucks were ever built. One of them is now preserved in a museum as a monument to bold engineering. Check out this vintage truck, completely rebuilt by hand from every outer bolt to the diamond-patterned aluminium panels. Its owner, Jamie Johnson of Rust Rods, turned a junkyard-found 1955 Peterbilt into a road-ready work of art called Giddy Up. It rides on a handmade 6-meter frame and is powered by a 24-valve Cummins engine from a 2002 Dodge with a custom stainless steel piping system. The interior is shockingly refined, with triple-layer sound insulation, heated long-haul seats, and rich cherry wood floors. Outside, it's got custom 60cm wheels and snap-on side skirts for quick style changes. And it's not just for show. This truck is used for real work, hauling classic cars and sometimes even horses. Jamie's proved that art can and should be functional. The name of this truck says it all: Murder Pete. It's got 25cm exhaust stacks that roar like an angry beast. The skull on the grille looks like a warning to anyone who doesn't move out of the way. Beneath the menacing exterior is a Peterbilt 379, powered by a beastly engine and an 18-speed transmission. Inside, it's got low-profile legacy seats wrapped in cloth and leather, plus a 3600-watt sound system with 4 subwoofers that'll raise the roof. This isn't just a truck, but a rolling symphony of terror and style. Legendary racer Scott Bloomquist, known as the Dirt Track's Dominator, traveled between competitions in a truck that matched his championship status. The Scott Bloomquist race car hauler, built by Texas-based Turnkey Industries, wasn't just a hauler for his race car, it also carried his whole team. Just look at it. It's a full-blown black palace on wheels. The truck's design echoes his iconic race car Zero, and the interior is fit for a rock star, combining limousine-level luxury with the practicality of an RV. The trailer is fully equipped for long trips, with a plush sleeper sofa, a bar, a killer sound system, and plenty of neon lighting, perfect for relaxing or throwing a party after another victory. Would you want to take a road trip in something like this? Hit the like button if you would. When Swedish tuning master Sven-Erik Svemper Bergendahl set out to build the truck of the future, the result exceeded all expectations. Chimera isn't just a showpiece, it's a high-powered beast that accelerates from 0 to 100 km/h in just 4.6 seconds. For comparison, even some sports cars had struggled to keep up. Just look at that engine. It's a true piece of engineering art. The Scania V8 with 6 turbochargers produces 1,460 horsepower and looks like a chrome-plated space reactor. It's so stunning it feels wrong to hide it under a hood. It belongs in a modern art museum. The truck made its track debut with Teresa Wendell at the wheel, one of the few female test drivers in the world of heavy trucks, adding another unique touch to this incredible build. This 2015 Peterbilt 389 looks like it rolled straight off a hot rod poster. Built on a Fitzgerald glider kit, it turns heads not only with its power, but with its flawless style. Under the hood is a trusted Detroit diesel engine paired with a chrome transmission. On the outside, it sports gleaming 20cm Dynaflex exhaust stacks, plus classic-style headlights, a bumper and a turbocharger. The interior has been repainted to match the exterior and styled like a vintage hot rod, with a glossy black upper section and green Signo trim. Just like the original Peterbilts. Every accessory was custom made for this truck, from the chrome pedals to the hubcaps. This isn't just a truck, but a rolling style icon made to impress and cruise in smooth confidence. This stunning 2003 Peterbilt 379 belongs to Don Wood, owner of the small DSD transport fleet. It started out as an old lease truck and went through a complete transformation. Now it features a new dashboard, a flat spoiler, and a vibrant custom paint job. It's equipped with a quick-draw Conestoga system, a Mack flatbed, and everything else needed for comfort on the road. The overhaul turned it into a true highway and truck show star. At the 2021 Walcott Truckers Jamboree, it took first place in its class. This Peterbilt began its life as a humble workhorse, and now it's winning awards. A real American dream story on 18 wheels.